When I bought that lakeside property, I knew exactly what I was getting. A quiet cabin, a private dock, and a lake my grandfather had legally purchased decades ago. A lake fully registered in my family's name. Not public, not shared, not HOA, but Karen didn't care about laws. Karen cared about control. The trouble started when I took my kayak out one morning. I had barely reached the middle when she came stomping down the shore with a megaphone like she was commanding troops. She shouted, "You can't use the lake without paying the annual HOA, a water access fee." I paddled closer and said, "This isn't your lake." She raised her clipboard. "It's a community waterfront. Rules apply to everyone." I told her calmly, "I own this lake." She laughed like I told a joke. "Well, that's cute. Fee is $3,000 or you lose access." That's when I knew she had no idea what she was starting. I went to my cabin, grabbed my property binder, deed, water rights, county maps, historical records, everything my family kept locked for 40 years, and showed it to her face. She glanced at the papers for 1 second, then said, "These look fake. I'll let the authorities decide." Then she pulled out her phone and dialed 911. She told dispatch I was illegally occupying HOA-controlled waters. I just stood there stunned. She really thought she could steal a lake. 10 minutes later, deputies arrived. Karen ran toward them waving her arms like she was catching airplanes. "Arrest him. He's trespassing on community property." The deputy walked over to me first. I handed him the binder. He opened it, and his eyebrows shot up immediately. He said, "Ma'am, this lake is privately owned by him, and it's been in his family longer than your HOA has existed." Karen froze. No, that can't be right. "The HOA map shows." The deputy cut her off. "That map isn't legally filed. His documents are." Then he turned to me and said, "Would you like to file a report for harassment or false emergency call?" I said yes. Of course, I said yes. Karen tried to argue again, but then the second deputy stepped in and showed her what she'd actually done. Filed a false 911 report. Attempted to enforce regulations on land she didn't own. And interfered with legally recorded water rights. Her face turned white. The HOA board tried to clarify things the next day, but the county had already launched a review. Their false lake claims were exposed. Their maps were thrown out. Their authority was stripped from anything remotely close to the shoreline. Karen was fined, suspended, and forced to issue a public apology. Now I paddle whenever I want. No fees, no rules, no fake authority blocking my water. She tried to charge me to use my own lake. I showed her what ownership really looks like. If you love HOA justice stories, like the video and subscribe.